This is a restaurant that makes sandwiches. It's a place where lettuce, bacon, and tomatoes are layered on bread. 3 employees make a total of 400 sandwiches a day. One prepares the ingredients while the other 2 assemble the sandwiches. What if one of the 3 employees, infected with norovirus, continues to make sandwiches for 5 days? How many customers could be infected? Norovirus can be transmitted through the hands, contaminated with feces or vomit of the infected person, or through aerosols spread by flushing toilets. If an employee infected with norovirus continues to work, the probability of serving contaminated sandwiches is 21.5%, resulting in 167.4 customers potentially contracting norovirus. What would change if they refrained from cooking for 24 hours after symptoms such as diarrhea and vomiting stopped? The probability of serving contaminated sandwiches drops to 9.7%. The number of customers infected from eating contaminated sandwiches is 74. This represents a 55% decrease in the probability of serving contaminated sandwiches, and a 67% reduction in norovirus cases compared to when symptomatic employees continue cooking. What if the employee refrains from cooking duties for 24 hours after symptoms stop and uses a touchless toilet? The probability of serving contaminated sandwiches is 7.3%, and the number of customers infected by norovirus is 55.8. The chance of serving contaminated sandwiches decreases by 66%, and the incidence of customers with symptoms like diarrhea and vomiting decreases by 73%. Using a touchless toilet, in addition to refraining from cooking for 24 hours after symptom disappearance, provides an additional 25% effectiveness in blocking transmission. What if the employee refrains from cooking for 24 hours, strictly adheres to changing and wearing gloves, and achieves 100% compliance with hand washing? The probability of serving contaminated sandwiches is 5.7%, and the number of customers contracting norovirus is 42.6. Compared to when the infected employee continues to work, the probability of serving contaminated sandwiches decreases by 73%. The number of customers developing norovirus decreases by 88%, making it the most effective scenario for preventing transmission. By adhering to hand washing and glove policies, in addition to refraining from cooking for 24 hours after symptoms stop, an additional 40% effectiveness in transmission blocking is achieved. What happens if, without other measures, the employee refrains from cooking duties for 48 hours after symptoms stop? The probability of serving contaminated sandwiches is 6.8%. The number of customers contracting norovirus is 51.2, resulting in a 68% decrease in the probability of serving contaminated sandwiches, and an 85% decrease in the incidence of norovirus among customers. Refraining from cooking for 48 hours alone proves to be very effective in blocking infection. These measures demonstrate various ways to reduce the risk of infectious disease transmission, but refraining from cooking proves to be the most effective. If symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and jaundice appear, indicating possible foodborne infections, it is crucial to refrain from cooking. If you have symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and jaundice, please take a break from cooking. This campaign is conducted in partnership with the Seoul Infectious Disease Research Center.